Hello again, thanks for your company. You're watching Football 360. We're celebrating a major milestone this week. It's our 50th Webisode, as we like to call it. Since launching the program last year, tens of thousands of people have been watching the program, and we couldn't have done it without your support. So a big thank you to you. Coming up this week, the spectacular highlights from the Coolbridge Cup, including a few upsets. The Queen's Park girls don the pink in the name of charity, and we go one-on-one with new Perth coach Taki Nicolaidis here at Dorrien Gardens. But first, referees, love them or hate them, they're a vital part of the game, and just like players, they need to be at the top of their game. And as 360 discovered, some of our best and brightest were put through their paces in a national fitness test with no room for any slouches.
The exercise tonight is the start of the selection process for the National League referees. The lads tonight will complete the FIFA fitness test, which is minimum 10 laps. It's the same fitness test as the referees are preparing for the World Cup. These lads have been training for the full year, all the way around, and they're now peaking hopefully at the right time to complete this test tonight.
I started refereeing back in New South Wales, where I'm from. I played the game in the New South Wales State League till I was 21 and realised I was a better referee than a player and was started to be guided down the referee path. Fitness is essential as a referee. Statistics say that referees at the highest level, the elite guys, they usually come about third on the old heart rate /GPS monitors. So you often got about 3 or 4 players who run further per game, but the referee's usually up in the top 5. It's a top night to run. It's a tough test though, but I feel I've done the preparation. I'm thrilled to get back onto the A-League contention, so I've just got to get through tonight.
I arrived in Australia probably 10 months ago. Before coming, I arranged for the Football Association in England to kind of send my credentials across to Eddie over in Football West. It's difficult to train in the UK, especially with the weather. To get out on a Tuesday night like this or a Wednesday night like this, it's going to be raining without a doubt. And the motivation, but to come here, train with the weather, it's great. So I feel fitter than I certainly did when I was in the UK.
Good pace, guys.
Well, I've just come back from a FIFA conference in Laos. What was put to us by the FIFA representative from Zurich was that your fitness is basically the passport. It basically gets you on the plane. If you don't have the passport, you don't get on the plane. So it's that important now. It goes that these referees must be fit.
Sadly, 2 years ago, Courtney Giblett from Queen's Park lost her mum to cancer. Today, her friends, teammates and club joined together to support Courtney and the fight against cancer. Courtney, welcome to Football 360. You have been incredibly brave and shaved your head. Tell us, what was the motivation behind that?
2 years ago, my mum passed away with leiomyosarcoma, which is a really rare bone and soft tissue cancer. For what I've been through, if I can make a difference and stop that happening for other people, I would love to do that. That's the main motivation behind it. All funds from my shave have gone towards Soccer to Sarcoma, which is a charity that is purely focusing on sarcomas. And they got all these fantastic goals that they want to achieve, and hopefully this will contribute to it.
Now, as a girl with beautiful long blonde hair, tell us what was going through your head before, during and after the shave.
I was quite nervous but excited. Definitely a shock looking in the mirror for the first time, but you know, at the end of the day, it's just hair. It's going to grow back. It's for a fantastic cause, so why not?
So you touched on the fact that you are fundraising. How has that fundraising been going? What's your total at the moment?
I think I'm about at 19,000 or a bit over. So within a few months, I couldn't believe that I was going to get 19,000. I thought 2,000 maybe, so I'm over the moon.
Jess, the girls look lovely today in their pink socks and pink ribbons. Given you have someone in your family that is fighting cancer at the moment, how important was it for you to be involved in this today?
For me, it was really important. I mean, it is a hard thing to go through, and not many people are aware that so many families are being hit by this disease that just tears people apart, and not only the people going through it, but also their families. It was just really important to raise the awareness and then to raise money for the cause, and hopefully we can somehow find a cure for it. So it'd be really great to find a cure.
The girls have been amazing. One of my friends mentioned that I was doing it, and straight away they were so excited, had donations coming through. We got the pink socks, the pink ribbons. Everyone's been so encouraging and supportive, so I couldn't say thank you enough.
The Courtneys Cup dominated the main football action at the weekend. The main match, the quarter-final clash between Sorrento and Inglewood United. Percy Doyle laid the backdrop to the cup clash, United on a high after defeating table leaders Bayswater City in a regular fixture the week before. Sorrento, the current cup holders, were off and running in the opening minutes, bound for goal, but didn't really test United's Francis Suwali. Inglewood then carved out an opportunity with some razzle-dazzle by former Glory star Andrea Jukic. He took the ball to the byline, twisted and turned his marker, and sent a teasing ball across the goal mouth, which Shane Pickering tapped into the roof of the net. Jukic causing havoc for the Sorrento defence, Pickering left with the simplest of touches to give United the lead. Sorrento tried to balance the ledger, Gavin Knight with this half chance. Minutes later, the ball was whipped into the danger zone, causing all sorts of drama for Suwali. But United weathered the storm. It wasn't too long before last week's Goal of the Year contender Daniel Thompson was in the thick of it with a dashing run through the middle of the park. He fired low and hard from an angle to squeeze the ball past the reach of Sorrento's Curtis Aspen. In the second half, Sorrento did its best to reduce the deficit, this header by Steve McDonald just over the crossbar. But within minutes, Inglewood came close to tripling its lead, angering keeper Aspen. Sorrento soon landed itself in trouble, McDonald sent off for this challenge. The goals could have had a late consolation, Suwali making a mill out of this throw, but the shot on goal was off target and the last chance ending Sorrento's cup dominance. Graham Normanton's side finding some rhythm and form after struggling to score goals this season.
When you don't score many goals, you've got to make sure the opposition don't score many, otherwise you don't win. So, the goals for column in our column is not good. So, if we score one, we want to get a result out of it.
And if their player said he didn't touch me, and he's done it with full intention. We've had now 5 players sent off. I don't know if somebody's got something against us, but I'm not happy with it. And everybody said it was probably a yellow card, but it's a straight red. And it's. We can't tackle anymore.
In other results, Division 1 Ashfield caused a massive upset, knocking out joint league leaders Stirling with a 1-0 win. Nick Davies the hero with his first half goal. Quins were on the receiving end of a 7-goal thumping by Bayswater, and Swan United edged out Mandurah City. League action returns this week, and our main match is a blockbuster. 4th placed Floreat hosting joint leaders Stirling at Leeta Stadium. A mishap for Athena could find itself out of the top 5, while Stirling will want to stay in the hunt for the title with Bayswater. ECU host Coburn, Bayswater should be too strong for Bunbury, Balcatta are at home against Perth, United will be looking for 3 points against the NTC, and Sorrento travel to Armidale. Highlights and results as usual on Football 360 next week. Yes, a big weekend looms. Plenty of blockbusters as well, including Perth versus Balcatta at Grindlefoot Reserve. Speaking of Perth, we're at Dorrien Gardens. The new coach, Taki Nicolaidis, joins us now. Taki, welcome to Football 360. We've done this a few times, but not as head coach of the Azzurri. Congratulations on your appointment. You take over from Mauro Marchionni, who was sacked a couple of weeks ago. Straight to it, Tak. Your vision, your plan for 2013. You've got a little, just under half of the season to go. Can you make the top 5?
Look, our aim is to finish as high as we can. Looking at our current squad, trying to bring back some past players and past legends to the club, not just on the field but also off the field. I think that's important to bring back that bit of culture. We've also appointed Ante Kovacevic and Robbie Puka, who are both experienced A-League players. For me, it's important getting back the right people. The support we've had off the pitch has been fantastic. The board have been good in terms of support. Looking forward to the challenge.
You've got the balance there that you see is necessary. Ante, who you've obviously shared the helm at Floret in recent years. How pivotal will he be, do you think, for the remainder of the season?
He's a massive asset, not just on the pitch, but also lifting the profile of the club. Having worked with him as a player, then obviously from a coaching point of view at Floret, I've seen how he's been able to nurture some good young talent and point them in the right pathway.
The board must have spoken to you and have obviously instructed you on what they want. Can you deliver?
Look, their instructions are is that they want to finish as high up. From a brand point of view, Perth has always been regarded as the benchmark in WA football. My aim and my goal with the support staff, not just on the pitch but also off the pitch, is to try and head back in that right direction. Can it be done? Of course it can.
On a lighter note, this weekend, 2 blockbusters, as we're calling it, involving 2 of your old clubs actually, Floret and Stirling. The first one, give us a tip.
Stirling, I think we were disappointed last week to have been beaten. Athena have been playing well over the last 6 or 7 weeks. I expect a draw.
Western Knights and Dianella this weekend on Sunday. If you want a good game, go and see that one. Again, that's a big game in Division 1.
They're both my ex-clubs as well. Look, I will be going down to that game and watching. Expecting a big crowd, expecting a lot of atmosphere.
Don't sit on the fence.
I'd like to see 1-1 draw. How's that?
Football West Jamie Harnwell recently travelled to the far southeast corner of the state for the Glory Cup in Esperance. It's a 5-a-side tournament for Year 4 and 5s with 150 kids taking part. Good to see the spirit of the game is alive and well in remote and rural WA. And that wraps up our 50th Webisode. Hope you enjoyed the show. Thanks for watching. We'll be back again next week. Until then, it's bye for now.